Take a break from your busy schedule and join Harold Sala for Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living.
When Don Ingram went to Korea, he greeted his audience saying, "I'm tickled to death to be here." If you understand American idioms, you know exactly what he was saying. He wanted the audience to know that he was pleased that he could be with them. But the Korean interpreter didn't understand that idiom, so he paused and then whispered, "What did you say?" Don smiled and repeated his opening words. Still baffled, the interpreter knew he had to say something, so he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I do not quite understand what our friend is saying, but he say literally, he's so happy to be here that he scratch and scratch until he die." That's pretty much the way it is, with the week which lies sandwiched between Christmas and New Year's. We're glad it's here. We breathe a sigh of relief that we can now stop the Christmas rush and let things begin to settle down. Yet with the New Year on the horizon, we are quite certain that we won't get anything terribly worthwhile accomplished this week. Well, I disagree. This week can be a great time in your life. A time for refreshment, perhaps some rest, a time of reflection looking back over the year, and setting some goals for the coming year. A careful reading of your Old Testament reveals that it was God's purpose for people to have times for celebration, for reflection, and for cleansing. Feast days and celebrations were not wasted time, but worthy times, times which allowed people to stop normal activities to accomplish what could be done only with a break of pace. One of our problems is that constant busyness leaves us with a weariness which penetrates our very bones. With no breaks and no times for reflection, the weeks of a year begin to blend into a weary landscape like that which flashes by the window when you're on a train or a bus. Looking back over the past year, I have to pause to thank God for the privilege of broadcasting for another year. This past year, we crossed our 52nd year. And I also have to say, thank God for every station that carries this program. I also thank Him for you who write letters of encouragement. We're grateful for you who pray for us and financially support the ministry of Guidelines, which is reaching into many, many countries. When I was a boy, crossing the threshold of another year used to frighten me a bit. I used to think, I wonder what's going to happen to me this next year. Then I came to understand that changing the calendar does not change the faithfulness of God or His ability to meet my needs. Whether it's another year, another day, or another page in the history of our lives, God's forgiveness wipes away the marks of yesterday's failure, and His grace brings the promise of His help and strength for today. None of us has any certain knowledge of what the year will produce. Yet as God has met us in the past, we can be confident He will meet us day by day as we walk our hand in His. As Annie Johnson Flint put it, "Hitherto the Lord hath helped us, hitherto His hand hath led, hitherto His arm protected, hitherto His bounty fed. Will His love desert us wholly? Will His heart our need forget? Will His presence clean forsake us, who has never failed us yet?" And the obvious answer to those questions is no. He has never failed us. He never will. No matter what comes in the new year, of one thing I am certain: God's faithfulness will be sufficient.
You've just heard Dr. Harold Sala with Guidelines, a 5-minute commentary on living. If you would like to listen to the program again, download a copy, subscribe to our e-commentary, or view other resources, visit guidelines.org. We would like to hear from you too. You can email us at info@guidelines.org. That's info@guidelines.org. Thanks for listening, and we invite you to join us again for the next edition of Guidelines.